Hello, my name is Rebecca Thomas, and this is my Module 1 video assignment for the Ecotourism and Sustainable Tourism Management for Coastal Habitat and Marine Protection class at the University of South Florida. And my topic is Fisheries Management, and specifically I will be discussing the capturing of lionfish as a way to support the health of fisheries and the health of native fish populations. Lionfish love to eat everything under the sea, including snapper, grouper, and spiny lobster, according to Bill Kelly at the Florida Keys Commercial Fishermen's Association. And on page 19 of the Global Trends in Coastal Tourism text that we've been reading, it is discussed that tourists want local seafood, and this can lead to overfishing in resort destinations. And there is also a loss of bycatch species, which is of great concern. And this can happen anywhere in the world, not just in underdeveloped countries. So as you know, lionfish is an invasive species. I discussed the capture and consumption of lionfish on the Tourism Resort Assessment Discussion Board, and I mentioned in my responses to the other posts that I think we really have to make it fun to protect the marine environment, especially in a state like Florida, where there are many outdoor activities competing for our attention. We have to be creative in our planning to reduce this invasive species population. And that is why I like what they're doing at reef.org. They sponsor reef field survey trips, and their slogan for these trips is "Dive Vacations That Count." I really like that. It's a great way to attract tourists to have a meaningful learning experience and to have fun. And they do, reef.org does sponsor lionfish study field trips. And that's just one thing that they do to help reduce the lionfish population. And as mentioned, I spoke with Bill Kelly at the Florida Keys Commercial Fishermen's Association. And they are waiting for final grant approval to be able to set lionfish traps in water from 120 feet up to 300 feet deep. Once the fish are caught, they will be taking DNA samples and looking at stomach content. And we look forward to hearing more about this grant and its impact. I also spoke with a representative at the Key Largo Conch House, one of the growing number of restaurants that serve lionfish. It is not a standard menu item, but it is often featured as a chef special, and people do call the restaurant to ask about its availability. And she said that at first people are skeptical, but once it is explained that once the spines are removed, the fish are not poisonous, they are edible, and people are okay with eating it. And they taste like hogfish, which is a good thing. I also spoke with the Gulf of Mexico Fisheries Management Council, and they were very helpful in pointing me in the right direction. So here are the websites of the organizations that I've referenced today. So we have the Florida Keys Commercial Fishermen's Association, fkcfa.org, and then we have reef.org, and then gulfcouncil.org. And so the next time you are in Key Largo, please visit the Key Largo Conch House and remember to ask for the lionfish. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.